Hi and Assalamualaikum. So I'm going to explain about ionizing radiation types and its characteristic. Before we go further, we need to know the definition of ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation is a flow of energy in the form of atomic and subatomic particles or even electromagnetic wave. It carries electrons from an atom and causing it to become charged or ionized. Next, there are 5 types of ionizing radiation, which is alpha, beta, gamma, X-ray and neutron particles. All of these types are caused by the unstable atoms which have either excess energy or mass or even both. In order to reach stable state, they need to release the excess energy or mass in the form of radiation. Next, each type of this ionizing radiation has their own specific characteristic. For the first one, alpha radiation. This radiation does not consist of photons but rather particles. For more specific, it consists of helium nuclei. This radiation can be shielded by a paper. For the second one, beta radiation. This radiation consists of a stream of electrons or positrons. It can be shielded by a thin plate made of aluminium. Third, gamma radiation. It is photons with a higher energy than the X-ray. Gamma radiation is an electromagnetic radiation of high frequency with a very short wavelength. This radiation can be shielded by a thick metal plate. Next, X radiation. These are photons with low energy. It has a short wavelength but longer than gamma rays. It is also called as Roentgen radiation. The shielding material for this radiation is same as gamma radiation. And the last one, neutron radiation. This radiation consists of free neutrons. The stream of a free neutrons react with nuclei of other atoms and forming a new isotope resulting in a chain reaction. The chain reaction makes this radiation dangerous and harmful over a great area of space. It can be shielded by a concrete.
So let's talk about non-ionizing radiation. Okay, so what is non-ionizing radiation? Non-ionizing radiation is a type of low energy that does not have enough energy to remove an electron from an atom or molecule. So, most types of non-ionizing radiation have not been found to cause a cancer. There are 5 types of non-ionizing radiation. The first is extremely low frequency radiation. Extremely low frequency radiation at 60 Hz is produced by power lines, electrical wiring, and electrical equipment. Common source of intense exposure include in-air induction furnace and high voltage power lines. Secondly, radio frequency and microwave radiation. Microwave radiation is absorbed near the skin, while radio frequency radiation may be absorbed throughout the body. High enough intensity both will damage tissue through heat. The third is visible light radiation. The different visible frequency of the electromagnetic spectrum are seen by our eyes as different color. Could lighting incandescent to increase production and may help prevent incidents related to poor lighting conditions. So, excessive visible radiation can damage the eyes and skin. The fourth is ultraviolet radiation, or we call it as UV. So, UV has a high energy photon range and it particularly hazardous because there are no immediate symptom or excessive exposure. So, where the source of UV radiation? Yeah, it came from the sun, black light, welding arcs, and UV laser. So, the last one is laser hazard. Lasers typically emit optical radiation and are primarily an eye and skin hazard. Common lasers include CO2, IR laser, helium, and the nitrogen UV laser.
Application of ionizing radiation in industrial and medical. Application in medical. First, used in diagnostic radiology by produce image of anatomical internal structure of human organ and physiological biological system. It helps to diagnosis and detecting disease. Example device is X-ray and CT scan. Next is using in radiation therapy. Radiation therapy utilizes ionizing radiation to treat malignant and benign disease. It became a standard of care for treating many types of cancer. Example device is linear accelerator. Ionizing radiation also using in industrial. It used in oil and gas exploration, which is nuclear well logging to help predict the commercial viability of new or existing well. The technology involved the use of a neutron or gamma ray sources and a radiation detector which are lowered into borehole to determine the properties of the surrounding rocks such as porosity and lithography. Application of non-ionizing radiation in medical and industrial. In medical is magnetic resonance imaging machine. MRI is a non-invasive test used to diagnose medical condition. MRI use a powerful magnetic field, radio wave, and a computer to produce detailed picture of internal body structure. Second machine, non-invasive radiation is ultrasound. Ultrasound is a sound wave with frequency higher than the upper audible limit of human hearing. It used to detect changes in the appearance of organ, tissue, and vessel. Next is application non-ionizing in industrial. First is fire detection. Fire detection using ultraviolet detector. Generally use either a solid state device, UV detector that are sensitive to UV light in any part of the spectrum respond to irradiation by sunlight and artificial light. Second application non-ionizing in industrial is using in food processing. Example, ultraviolet radiation is used in several food processes to kill unwanted microorganisms.